Zalone's on Mad Dog Unleashed. Scotty, finally, how are you today, pal? Okay?
I'm doing well, thanks, Doggy. A couple of things. First, on the ratings thing you brought up. You know what's funny about the lower rating, too, Chris? The network shows are in repeats. The seasons are over. There's no new network TV shows. Everything now is reruns because the season doesn't start up again until the fall. Memorial Day is the end of the season. That's it. It's over.
Did anything happen in the world last night that I need to know about, that people were drawn to CNN or something? No?
No. So that's why it's even more surprising. There wasn't a big season-ending TV show on another channel because that all happened last week.
Obviously, then that tells you there is viewer fatigue. On Cleveland Golden State. That's what that tells you there. 100%. Go ahead.
And then here's the things on the game, Chris. What gets me about the call on the block charge, and I agree with you, to me, instant replay was brought in not for the subjective calls. It was brought in for foot in, foot out, 2 feet in, 2 feet out. That's not subjective. Either you got 2 feet in or you got 2 feet out. Or in this case, with LeBron, the problem was what triggered the reversal was they went to the call because he was supposedly close to the circle. I've watched that play, Chris, 20 times, and you can watch it there in your studio. Even in real time, Chris, he is not even close.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Circle.
That's an excellent point.
Not even close.
Now, that's not outlandish to go check anyway, to double check it because it's such a big call in a game.
It's not even. He's 2 feet away from that circle. It's not close, and that's what's even more frustrating. And then the other one you brought up, and the referees blew this game and may have blown another game because Tristan Thompson may get suspended on what was a non-flagrant foul call. That referee has to be out of his mind.
Yeah, that's true, too. I don't think that Thompson will get suspended for that. Draymond Green is a complete clown, a guy you can't root for. I don't think they didn't suspend Love for leaving the bench. I would be surprised. Brothers made a terrible mistake there. That was awful officiating. Awful. I like to see where the feet are. That is a play that they will just to double check it. You can understand them wanting to make sure the heel is not touching the line. But you're right. Was it close? Show it to me again, Eddie. Yeah, you're right. That's not close. Now, I get you might want to give him a little break to double check it, but that's not even close where the feet are. Yeah, they screwed up the play. That's all there was to it. Here's Hayden in Virginia. Long time no talk for him. Let's see what he has to say on Mad Dog Unleashed. Hayden, good afternoon. How are you today?
Dog, it's a good thing for Adam, Mr. Integrity Fee Silver, that Roger Goodell is running the NFL. I mean, this guy, and give him some more years, he's giving that guy a run for the money for the most incompetent clown commissioner. I mean, Dog, let's not forget what happened in Game 4 of the Western Conference Finals when they just decided to put half a second on the clock and let Curry get a free look to tie the game when the game was over.
That would have been a major problem if he made that jumper in the corner. You're right about that because they took too much time.
They dodged the bullet. Let's be honest, this is a league run amok with replay, just like the NFL has. Let's not also forget the 2 fouls with 5 minutes to go that changed the course of that game too. Where LeBron gets a clean steal on Durant, and the next possession, Looney fouls him. The whistle goes against LeBron one way, doesn't go for LeBron the other way. Dog, another thing, Dog.
This one is different. If they miss a call, you can live with it. That's part of the sport. But in this particular situation, you had an NBA official in Secaucus change a call that's bang, bang, that could go either way, and he changed the call. It wasn't overwhelming evidence. It wasn't a no-brainer. We all agree that call under interpretation is a tight call. And the official in Secaucus changed it because somehow, someway, the Board of Governors and the league office, led by Silva, gave the officials, empowered them to make a change there on a subjective call. That is the problem, and you are 1,000% correct. Go ahead. Next.
And the only person in America who agreed with that call was Al Riveron. Let's leave it at that.
No, he's the NFL guy. Go ahead, shoot.
There's no doubt in my mind. You can kill Green all you want. He is the second most important on that team.
Oh, no, he's not.
Curry.
No, he's not.
Dog, you can kill him all you want, dog. Kill him all you want. Another thing on JR. Where is Ty Lue? Where the heck is Ty Lue? How is he sleeping at the wheel? I think he was still stunned what happened 30 seconds ago. For him not to call timeout there. And JR, let's be honest, JR getting that rebound. They might have lost in regulation there if he doesn't get that rebound.
Yeah.
I'm so sick of JR being the GOAT here, Doug. Ty Lue has to bail JR out.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. No, JR didn't know the score. So, I mean, when you don't know the score, you don't know the score. I mean, he didn't know the score, so you can't forgive that. But Lue, who wasn't asked, it wasn't asked in his press conference. Lue had 4.7 seconds, and after a second and a half, he's got to realize right then, he coaches the kid, that JR had a brain lock and does not know the time scenario. And you're right, Hayden, he's got to bail him out. And he didn't. Now, Green made a couple of big threes last night. He had 11 rebounds. The assists for Green are overrated because he throws it to Thompson, who takes up a 30-footer. He makes the shot. He gets an assist. It's a little overrated, him, in that standpoint. Now, I'm not sure who he guarded last night on a day in. I'd have to look at every possession. But the two guys that he may have had a little something to do with scored 72 points in Love and LeBron James. And the second most important guy on our team last night was Thompson. He made 5 threes. So it is the second. He was not the he'd be the third star, but the second star in that game last night after Curry for Golden State was Klay Thompson. Thompson had 24 points. He had a great game. He made his free throws and he made 5 threes. He only took 16 shots. He had 24 points on 16 shots. I mean, that's as good as you get. And he didn't play a lot in the first half. He only played 36 minutes. No, he played 45 minutes. I apologize. Played 45 minutes. Thompson played a great game last night. Here is Brad in New York City. He's on Mad Dog Unleashed. Says hello. Brad, good afternoon. How are you today? What do you have?
Hey, Chris. Listen, I was disgusted by the way the Warriors acted last night. I mean, there were 2 quick points, but first, Draymond Green gyrating, dancing in the
he's a jerk. He is a complete jerk. What he did with Thompson. No, Thompson's no angel either. We know him now personally. He's a jerk too. But Draymond Green, you're right, Brad, is impossible to root for. Impossible.
Chris, it wasn't just like he was hyped up and getting the crowd into it or whatever. It was straight up taunting and teasing. It was truthfully the most obnoxious and infuriating display of millionaire athletes I've ever seen.
I agree.
My other point, Chris, Kerr, can we get off this theme that Kerr's the best guy in the world and the greatest guy? Honestly, the Warriors should be embarrassed, and he should say, you know what, listen, we're okay with being fired up. We're okay with having a lot of fun on the court. We're okay with being a little aggressive and being enthusiastic, but let's call it on the total disrespect for the game of basketball, total disrespect for our opponents. I mean, listen, if Kerr was the best guy in the world, he wouldn't tolerate that disgusting behavior.
Well, listen, Pat Riley, the Knicks did that nonsense with, Mason and Oakley. They all have they all have that issue, these NBA coaches. They don't want to offend that kind of worker, that hard worker. And Green is a guy that, does a lot of the dirty work, so you almost let him get away with it because you want his effort. I'm more wrapped up with Kerr. I don't think he's done a good job with this team with 3 Hall of Famers on. It's working awfully hard to win an NBA championship, and it should have been a cakewalk. That's my issue with Kerr. And he blew one already by leaving one on the table 2 years ago. 16 after the hour, we continue. Mad Dog Unleashed.